Here's a quick tour of Mission of Hope International. I hope your team enjoys themselves as much as we did. What an experience. As you enter Mission of Hope, the school and church is right there on your left. As you walk through, you see the new school building and the old offices. This is where we ended up setting up Triage the first day, but it ended up being too loud and too hot. This area we used as the waiting room. We used the new building for dental and triage, and the old school buildings was the pharmacy and the medical. The first store on the right of the old building here is the pharmacy. These ladies are waiting in line to get their scripts filled. And here's our wonderful pharmacist and the people waiting. As you walk in the back, there is a bed, medical bed, and behind that partition there's another more private room that we only ended up using 1 or 2 times. Here are the people waiting to go into the doctors. They've come down from triage a couple at a time. The doctors can just grab 1 or 2 patients as needed. Each table holds 2 separate doctors, their formulary bags, and all their necessities. We took this video during lunch break, so expect it to be much busier than it looks in this video. But just to see the setup. There's a private screen back there, which is basically a tarp and some tape that they used. Here is one room that's just used for lunch break, and they bring food for lunch. It's always delicious. Here is the flip side view of the old building and the new building, and here is our ramp up to triage. This first room here is triage waiting, and it will be filled. Not in this photo. Again, it's lunchtime. We took a break after we finished some patients. Here is where we set up a video of some healthcare guidelines for high blood pressure and other videos. The second room here is going into triage. Usually it was very busy. We had 3 people at triage. There's a baby scale. Everybody in triage had their stethoscopes and heart rate monitors and everything that they needed. Here's taking one of our very few breaks. Here's a number system that was much needed. You might figure out something better. This is the dental setup. That is their cleaning. And this is the compressor. There was a room just for the compressors. As you're looking out, you see the school buildings on the top floor of. Here's Wes taking a quick break. Here's the stairs up to the old building, and this was the waiting room for dental. There's the waiting room for dental. There's Cher in the background cleaning the instruments. There's the dental assistant. And here's our rock star dentist. They have 3 patients going at a time, 1 getting numb, and 2 under care. This is Cher. She is the dental assistant that's cleaning all the instruments. This job is pretty grueling and requires somebody that has a respect for how the contamination that's on the instruments. This is the flip side of the new upstairs building. We use this for a lot of non-medical playing with the kids, but there's a lot of open space here. Here's the back side of the building where all the generators are running. And if you followed around the back, you're back to the ramp up from triage. You can see going back down the corridor between the old building and the new. And you can get a whole glimpse. That way we walked all the way around it. Here's the clinic at St. Etienne, one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. They've got the triage on the bottom, medical on the top. Again, we had a number system, and this is triage in full work. Here's the waiting room for triage. And then you can see triage going on back there in the back. Here's upstairs. Here's the pharmacy happening. And some people waiting for pharmacy on that side. You can see the dental team there in the back. On the left here, they're waiting to go see the doctors who have 3 tables set up and 2 docs again at each table, along with their translators. You can see everybody's hard at work. They all have patients going. What a beautiful office view. Be careful of those steps. Here's the dental team again, and there's Cher again standing over her hot pots. Here's the dentist, hard at work. Here's our docs looking at the babies. The pharmacist. There was some shoe bag organizers they brought up the second day, and they were so helpful. Here's your view. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And now we're in the village. We just pulled our bus up into the village. The doc set up 3 separate tables. They had triage going, and they were checking some patients. This was so rewarding for everybody. Just getting down there in the heart of the village to see everybody. Everybody was so kind and appreciative. And there was a lot of sick people with a lot of needs. We painted some fingernails and played with some kids. A lot of these people are too poor to get to the city, to get to the clinics. So it was really a great ministry. Here's Dennis West threatening the kids that he's going to pull out their teeth if they. Now here's a quick tour of the beach house, the property where you'll be sleeping. Right there on the right was the kitchen, which you'll never go into. Here's a quick panoramic of the property with the shikun, and somebody had a tent out there. There's the beach behind it. There are the quick view of the bathrooms, and then the guest house. It's all right there. Here's the shikun. We had a lot of people sleeping in hammocks, going from post to post. We did all our meals out here. We had our devotions out here. We did a lot of fellowship out here. It was wonderful. There was always a breeze coming off the ocean. It was a beautiful place to just sit and relax. Looking back, you can see how they were close to the guest house, and the bathrooms were there on the right. Here is the beach. A lot of people went swimming in the evenings. There's sometimes like villagers that are out there. And then people just sitting in the rocking chairs. There's Pastor Lex and Pastor Kevin just sitting out there relaxing by the ocean. Here's a closer up view of the bathrooms and the guest house. Girls were on the right, boys were on the left. Here's the inside of the girls' bathroom outside. There are showers and toilets out here. Here's the inside of the shower, so you can see there's a little lever at the top. Cold water only, and there's our trusty Selsun Blue. There was 2 showers outside and 2 showers inside. Here's the girls' bunk room. The boys' room looked pretty similar, had a few more bunks in there. Here's the indoor girls' bathroom. You can brush your teeth, drink the water from in here. There's 2 stalls in there, and there are 2 showers in there. Here are the, we call them the Newlywed Suites. There's couple rooms. There was an extra bedroom over here where I stashed a lot of the non-medicals, and there are another